welcome to Scrolling with Ceazor. Today is July 17th, 2026. So, I gotta get this out. I gotta ape this out quick. I got real life commitments today, so I'm gonna be super fast on this and not really talk too much, but I've got a fair amount of tweets to kind of dump on you, but I'm much earlier than usual, so maybe I'm front running some news that's gonna happen in the next hour or two. But anyhow, charts look red today. Pretty much everything except gold is green. I got XRP open here because one of those main XRP shills was like complaining that it's at $1 now, and so I thought I'd open it up. And yeah, it looks like it's back to where it belongs in the sense of what the chart looks like, right? But anyhow, there's that. ETH is down, but I'm still kind of bouncing around in my ranges. I've got a liquidity pool here on Aerodrome that's running pretty well. Yeah, some other ones here. Yeah, so ETH is down 2%. Bitcoin down less than 1%, half a percentish. But you know, everything's red today across everything. I saw a tweet today where it was like one of those. The stock market is red everywhere too, so just kind of happens, you know. I don't really, this doesn't really concern me. Like I said yesterday, I think we still have the ability to go down to at least this local bottom here, and maybe even down to some of these bottoms around here. It's possible. Like, it's not, I don't know the likelihood of it, but I feel like don't consider this like time to completely back the truck up. Like, put some stables down here and buy some of this if it goes down, and use interest-bearing stable coins if you want to. You don't want to hold dry powder. Okay, let's get into the tweets. So I retweeted this yesterday. This is a transaction via EtherFi on chain. Someone bought something, a single item or a single transaction, right? That was $420,000 and got cash back $2,000. Now you can, you know, pay, like, eyeball this math. That's about 0.5% cash back, and I know that EtherFi gives 2% cash back or 3% cash back or more. So I thought about this, and the only thing I can think of is maybe he borrowed the money. He borrowed this money versus assets, so he's actually using the credit facility in the credit card instead of like a Visa debit. I think, I don't know, maybe someone can confirm that for me. I did retweet this and say this is great, though, because like this is the type of product that I think TradFi would love to have and love to dominate. And they are kind of dominating these credit cards in some ways. Like, there's that Revolut app that is probably the most successful crypto card in regards to volume and amount. But yeah, you can kind of check this out and figure out, you know, if you like this. But I think it's great because EtherFi is an OG crypto product. They still have their stake. They're still running their LSTs, their liquid ETH validators. And on top of that, they have this credit card system, which is quite user-friendly for the most part. Yeah, so check it out. Frax Finance says the caps have been raised on FXUSD, OUSD market on Tangent Fi, so you can borrow this Tangent stablecoin versus liquidity pool tokens on Tangent, and now they've raised the caps versus this pool here. So if you are using this pool, you can now go get some more juice. So that's awesome. So stablecoins for interest-bearing stablecoins. So use interest-bearing stablecoins to mint stablecoins, and then put those stablecoins to work. It's pretty like easy to understand. But of course, you know, consider your risk. As you can see, there are many options here, and these are liquidity pools, so they have APR on them, right? But you can decide if you want to do that. Okay, so Donan Gui, apparently, I don't know if he's the founder of this, but he tweeted this out today, and I thought I'd share it. Only 19 days, over 2K Gui names. You can go to gui.domains and mint a .gui domain name. So like think of it like ENS, like .eth, and now you can do a .gwei. So I quickly jumped in here and hammered out Ceazor.eth or Ceazor.gwei. And but the one thing I can say is that it's a subscription, which I don't really like. Like, just let me buy the thing, right? Like, and he does say it's just a humble contract. He's like, no owners, no DAO, no drama, just a humble contract, right? Which is nice, right? But there is a small, tiny fee. It's not big, so it is humble. Like, the fee is humble. I can't find it here. There is a small, tiny fee for this. So why, if it's just like, I guess you got to give them some money for building the thing, but then no owners, no DAO, no drama. But I don't know. Like, of course, like, you have to give them a little bit of money for building it, but it's way better if there is like kind of a DAO, like, or everybody shares that, or what have you. Because now it's like nobody's going to want to shill this because they can't get in on the game. They can't be the house. So I don't know. Well, you figure it out. It's cheap though, right? It was super, super cheap. So maybe I'm bitching about something that's like really insignificant. But I do dislike the fact that it expires. So it's a subscription. So you're going to have to register. If it was just like permanent, and if you wanted to transfer or set some things or change things, then you could like change, like maybe have to pay again to change things. But I wish it was permanent. Moving on. Okay, so Chilia, he's talking about DeFi Llama tracks 400 stablecoins, but Aferos says that 137 stablecoins are either backed by or wrappers of the largest stablecoins. So yeah, these are the largest stablecoins in the space, and these are the ones that back the most other stablecoins. So it's kind of like, what's the point? It's just everybody just trying to take a piece of the pie, but not really start their own thing. That's why I love Bold, and why I love like Polaris, which is coming soon, and stuff like that, because it's not backed by other stablecoins. Like, why would you need to back like USD, a stablecoin with USDC? It's just, you're supporting a corporation that basically is a parasite on the ecosystem for the most part. So yeah, this guy likes Polaris as well. Nobody really knows that Polaris. No alpha here. I'm just friendly neighborhood from Chilia. Nobody really knows that Polaris. So yeah. So yeah. So there you go. Check that out. Liquidity. Liquidity caps have been raised. So the IPOR vault, which is quite nice. I'll open it up so you can take a look at it. If you don't know how this thing works, I've talked about it many times. You stick ETH in here. The ETH is used to either use WST ETH or ETH to mint Bold. The Bold is then sent to the Curve LP to farm, and then the farming rewards are all used to buy more ETH for you. So yeah, it's the caps have been raised, as you can see. It's gone up a little bit. APR is at like 12% right now. So it's 12% more ETH, okay? And it's only exposing you to liquidity, Curve, and then this IPOR vault, right? So pretty good. So caps are up, so you can go and put more ETH in there. Let's go. Milk Road here is retweeting, what's his name? Tommy Lee, right? And there is a key thing in here. The only thing I want to say about this is, where is it? Oh, here. Impatience is the single most expensive mistake you can make. Now, what he's talking about is, people dumping ETH at the bottom. It's going to pump. That's what he thinks, and I agree with him. I'm not going to sell any ETH. Like, I'm always selling ETH, but I'm also always stacking ETH and stuff like that. I'm a liquidity provider. I like providing liquidity to CLPs, and so I'm always selling ETH, but I'm always buying it as well, buying it back, and this kind of stuff. So, and I'm always, LSTs. I've got, CDPs versus. So I've got a significant amount of ETH and stuff. But this is a lesson I learned quite a bit about, things. Whenever you pivot, that's when things pump. It's happened to me so many times in the past, so many times that I feel like, yeah, you just kind of have to like make some bets and maybe set some take profits way above the value that you took it, and then just hope and just leave it and forget about it, right? Moving on. So this guy here, this is all over crypto Twitter now. Kyle Salami, he's fucking shilling Ansem coin, and then people found out that Kyle Salami he bought the top of the Ansem coin, and now he's like got this huge like narrative of like why Ansem coin is the next generational bet. So he bought the top, and now he's in a loss, and he's just shilling it, right? So yeah, that's gonna always be the case. Whenever someone shills something, they're looking for exit liquidity. Almost always. Even me, when I say, hey, take a look at this thing, it's fucking great. I do believe it. Like, it's not a pointless meme coin extraction thing that I will mention, but I definitely have some motivation and some skin in the game. Almost always. Like, I've done countless videos, Ceazor snack sandwich videos, that I have no skin in at whatsoever. I just think it's cool. Like yesterday, I did a video on Revoke Cash. There's not even any way for me to have skin in that game, but it's good tech, it's cool stuff, and I shared it and I learned some, and so forth. But on top of it, like I did mention in the video quite like explicitly, like if you're thankful for that video, you can mint one of these, but nobody ever mints them. So it just kind of gets to me. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, what the hell, guys? Like especially like the Revoke Cash guys, they retweeted, they said thanks. They watched the video apparently, but they didn't think they want to mint a $200 NFT and say thanks. But anyhow, I guess I have to explicitly sell my videos to projects in order to get any kind of skin, right? Anyhow, let's move on. Bojam here says chicken bonds are still live. I did a video on chicken bonds a long time ago. If you want to watch it, it's pretty cool. It's an old Liquidity LSD, so Liquidity version 1. So let's go with Ceazor snack sandwich. And of course, no, why did it do that? Ceazor. So if I open up this thing here, and if you go to my channel, and you can search it as well, search here, chicken bonds here. So I can't even remember what these things are. There's some weird, like, it's a bond, right? You mint some stable coins, you put some stable coins in here, you get more stable coins back later, basically, when the thing, and you can exit back to a tiny chick. Like, it was cool stuff, right? So, but if you look, it's like 1.5 years old. Nobody's really touched it in a long time, right? So it says, released 1.5 years ago. The current floor price is 1.488, implying an average APR of roughly 11% over the past 3.5 years. I don't know how that happened. If it was released 1.5 years after. Okay. So for the past 3 years, so it's just been running, and like chicken bonds are immutable. No one has touched the project in over 2 years, but these bonds are just ticking away. And nobody can, and like as you can see, it has outperformed every yield-bearing stablecoin in the market. So this is why I love Liquidity. Like, it's like LSD is still there, it's immutable. You can still mint this thing. You can still back it and mint it by ETH, and you can still use LSD to make some chicken bonds. I can't believe I'm not following it, but maybe you don't want to, because it's like I'm not saying it's like it's not being shilled or not being talked about, not being like mentioned much, but it's like, why not? Like, it's still pretty cool. Like, people are exiting, as you can see. There's a little bit of distance between the floor price and the market price, right? But yeah, it's like, it's just cool stuff. Like, this is why I love Liquidity. Like, it's like immutable. You can't stop it. it'll just keep going as long as like people keep using it. Last thing I'm going to mention today is Aerodrome is on Binance. I think this is pretty cool because like I know specifically, I don't know, I can't say with 100% certainty, but I can say with confidence that they did not pay for this listing, and Binance finally just bit the bullet and bought some Aero tokens and made a market, or the market makers decided to do it, and because and that's great because like I've got a gray history with Aerodrome in the past, but you know I love what they've built and the ethos that they're running on. That you know if you want to take part in this system, you farm the Aero token or you buy it. There's no handouts, there's no giveaways, and I think that's fantastic. So I'm happy to see that they're on Binance, assuming that they didn't pay to get onto Binance, right? But if they did pay, then screw it all, and everything goes to zero. Oh, okay, so that's it. I hope this has been interesting and useful, and thank you so much for listening, and goodbye.